To today's Cougar Athletics broadcast. We take great pride in the strength of both our athletic and academic programs, which are rooted in our steadfast commitment to Jesus Christ. Dedicated to the liberal arts as a foundation of a high-quality college degree, we believe education should form individuals for service to their neighbors. This makes Concordia Chicago an exciting and fulfilling place to study, work, learn, and grow. Learn more today by visiting cuchicago.edu. Thank you, and go Cougars!
Good afternoon and welcome to River Forest here at the campus of Concordia University Chicago. It's homecoming here at CUC, and we're going to get today started with some women's soccer action between your Concordia University Chicago Cougars and the visiting Sabres of Marian University. This is Peter Borkowski on the Cougar Sports Network on the call with you today for today's game between these two NAC opponents. Just about 30 seconds until the teams start making their way out onto the field. So let's get a quick preview at both of the squads. Let's start with the visiting Sabres of Marian coming into today 4-5-2 overall, a 3-3-1 conference record. Their latest game was on October 5th. That was this past Wednesday. They took on Dominican. They won that game 1-0. So Sabres coming off a 1-0 sweep of the Cougars, Division Street rivals. That game was played at Marian. Meanwhile, the Cougars rolling into today 2-5-3 overall, 2-4-1 within conference play. They've been playing better as of late. However, they've taken 2 of their last 3 games. One this past Wednesday at Rockford, a 2-0 shutout. Lost the game before that at Milwaukee School of Engineering, 3-0. But their last game here at River Forest was back on September 28th, a 5-0 win against Lakeland. That was the team's first win of the season. So since then, they've been playing a lot better. 2-1 since that Lakeland game. 2 shutouts as well, 5-0 against Lakeland, 2-0 at Rockford. So we see the new video board here at CUC. So we see the camera pan there So lots of cool stuff will be done with the video board. Happy to have it working, especially for homecoming weekend. Lots of festivities to go over.
Time to let the good times roar.
Well, as the homecoming video wraps up, we see the teams on the midfield line, so we're going to go down to the field for the starting lineups and the national anthem, and then we'll get underway here in River Forest.
It's time to meet the starters first for the visiting Sabres. In goal, 00, Amy Berner. Number 2, Sophie Brome. Number 3, Brianna Geeling. Number 4, Megan Batzner. Number 19, Abby Larson. Number 20, Ashley Turnus. Number 22, Ashley Welk. Number 25, Dallas Creasa. Number 29, Kayla Kopicki. Number 30, Allison Schnell. Number 35, Charity Hertel. The Sabres are coached by Chris Gatson in his first season. And now, the starters for your Concordia Chicago Cougars. In goal from Carpentersville, Illinois, number 1, Cassie Salenzi. From Helena, Montana, number 2, Hannah Bowers. From St. Louis, Missouri, number 3, Allie Brown. From New Lenox, Illinois, number 6, Megan Shelton. From Plainfield, Illinois, number 8, Grace Ladowski. From Burbank, Illinois, number 12, Valeria Fernandez. From Lake in the Hills, Illinois, number 13, Lucia Falone. From Antioch, Illinois, number 14, Jordan Gosell. From Villa Park, Illinois, number 21, Juliana Paulson. From Oak Park, Illinois, number 22, Katana Watson. And from Bartonville, Illinois, number 24, Shelby Sims. The Cougars are coached by Jeanette Moreno, head coach Eddie Garza in his first season with the Cougars.
We cheered for Cassie in your absence. Yeah, I always cheer.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask all who are able to please rise, and gentlemen, kindly remove your hats for the playing of today's national anthem.
you have it, your starting lineups for today's matchup. Let's run it through one more time. First, for the visiting Sabres of Marian University, starting in net is number 00, Amy Berner. Then we have number 2, Sophie Hedone. Number 3, Brianna Gellig. Number 4, Megan Batzner. Number 19, Abby Larson. Number 20, Ashley Turnus. Number 22, Ashley Welk. Number 25, Dallas Krias. Number 29, Kayla Kolpitke. Number 30, Allison Schnell. And number 35, Charity Hertel. Now for your Concordia University Chicago Cougars starting lineup. In net, it's number 1, Cassie Salenzi. Number 2, Hannah Bowers, that defense. And at midfield, it's number 3, Allie Brown. Megan Shelton, a defender. Number 6 and number 8, fellow defender Grace Gladowski. One more defender, number 12, Valeria Fernandez. Midfielder, number 13, Lucia Falone. And then number 14, Jordan Gossell, a forward. And our final 3 Cougars are number 21, Juliana Paulson, number 22, Katana Watson, and then finally number 24, the senior Shelby Sims. Get a look at our starting keeps for today. Cougars throwing out Cassie Salenzi. This will be game number 10 for the senior out of Carpentersville, Illinois. So far on the year, 714 minutes, 12 goals allowed at 1.51 goals against average. She's made 62 saves for an .838 save percentage. Has played in 1 shutout as well as 1 combined shutout. As we get underway here in River Forest, we'll get a look at the Sabres goalie in just a minute. Sabres wearing their all-black away uniforms with white lettering. Meanwhile, Cougars, their white home unis and maroon lettering. Cougars going right to left to start here in the first half. Sabres left to right. Salenzi in net for the Cougars wearing their purple jersey. Meanwhile, in net for the Sabres is Berner wearing her all orange uniform. But let's look at Berner a little closely now. So far this year, Amy Berner, a senior. She is played in 8 games. That is the most out of any Marian goalkeeper. 704 minutes, 9 goals allowed, 39 saves for an .813 save percentage, and 1.15 goals against average. 2-4-2 overall record. She has completed 2 solo shutouts on the year. So 2 talented senior goalies going at it for their teams. Both of whom are trying to pick up a little bit of room, a little bit of leeway here in the conference standings. Cougars enter Marian zone. Gossell, and now here's Allie Brown. She sends it ahead for Paulson. Paulson almost won the foot race with Berner, but 00 gets there first, and now is going to set her team going the other way. This one a high kick. Finally gathered by Kolpitke. And now here's a chance for Marian and a shot here, and Salenzi's going to watch that one go wide right. That shot came off the foot of Abby Larson, sophomore out of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. We look at the NAC standings as of right now. Marian currently sits at 7 with their 3-3-1 record. Meanwhile, the Cougars down at number 10, 2-4-1 in conference play. As this one's going to dribble back to Salenzi, and she'll scoop it up and ready to set the Cougars back the other way. Only 2 teams remain undefeated in NAC play. That's MSOE and Edgewood. Both of them do have a tie under their record right now. So Marian right on that playoff bubble looking in. Meanwhile, Cougars need to pick up some standing. This one's going to go out of bounds in front of the Cougars bench. Now back at just over mid-pitch is Kolpitke. Defended closely by Paulson. She's going to dump it to number 3 in black, Brianna Gellig. Now this one redirected. It's going to head out of bounds. Fernandez is going to watch it do so. And so we'll get a goal kick coming here for Salenzi. Salenzi's kick made it out to the 35-yard line now. That ball was free ahead for Batzner, but Megan Shelton of CUC able to clear it out, avoid any trouble there for her goal keep. And now that one just ahead of Paulson getting to it first was Ashley Turnus, and now this one just stays in bounds. Excuse me, it goes out of bounds before Fernandez was able to get a head on it. So Cougar throw in here. Excuse me, Cougar kick here, Megan Shelton. Headed back towards the Cougar half by Ashley Turnus, so this one's going to go out. Throw in now for Kolpitke and the Sabres. Gellig guarded closely by Fernandez, and that pressure from the Cougars is going to prove fruitful as they cause the turnover. Throw in now in Marian's half. Cougars aren't able to control that for long. And here's Katana Watson putting some good pressure on, and clearing this to the side was Turnus. Now this one's going to make its way to Burner Ned. She's going to be running, trying to find her spot. A boot there from Burner, and that's out at half pitch. And now Megan Shelton's going to launch this one the other way. Jordan Gossell in the vicinity, but Katana Watson picks it up now. Here's one towards net. Burner's right there again. Burner's going to take her time a little on this one. This one hit off a Sabre, hit off Gellig before going back towards their own side, and we get a whistle. Sabres ball just on their side of the half-pitch line. There's Schnell with the kick right into the stomach of Shelby Sims. Now this one's heading out of bounds. Last touch Cougars, so throw in here for Dallas Creus of the Sabres. Back towards the Cougar net, far sideline. Marian's been working it there so far. Now they're going to send it near sideline, stopped by Kolpitke. Now Schnell sent it ahead for Kolpitke a little too much as Fernandez got there first, but it makes its way back to Schnell. Now they're going to work backwards.
There you go. It's all right.
Turnus dribbles around Gossell, still making her way up. He's going to send this one ahead, a little too much on it. However, Cassie Salenzi rushes out, picks up the ball. Drop kick here from Salenzi, stopped by the foot of Gossell. Try to send that one in deep. Right there to pick up on it is Sophie Hedon. Fernandez tried to make a play on Kolpitke, but she dealt it to Batzner first. Now this one going out of bounds. Marian's not able to save it. Throwing coming in for the Cougars, Fernandez. Throws it in, Lucia Falone. It's one of her first touches of the day. She's pursuing the ball. Shelby Sims tries to send it ahead. Right there is Schnell. Welk sends this ahead. A chance here for Marian. A shot on goal. Great save, Cassie Salenzi. Good opportunity there for Brianna Gellig. Solenzi stared her down on the one-on-one. Looks like she saw that shot all the way. Not clearing this one out of bounds is Fernandez. Going to give her defense a chance to reset. Kolpitke comes down for the throw-in. Throw-in was to Welk. Now this one wide of the net, shot up the middle. So a little pressure here from Marian, making Solenzi have to save one of them. Kolpitke fights for it, and Fernandez comes away with it. Now here come the Cougars streaking down the near sideline, but Kolpitke right on her back. Juliana Paulson fighting Turnus, tries to put the moves on her, but Turnus stands her ground, is able to kick that one out before Paulson could do any damage with it. Marian the other way. Pass up ahead to Batzner. And here comes Welk, guarded by Shelton. Shelton, one of the captains, as this one is centered and booted back away, but it's still in play. And then finding the ball, trickling towards her, was Cassie Solenzi. Pounces on it and now gets set for the kick. One need back towards the Cougars half before Hannah Bowers got there. Gasell flips this one ahead. Only player in the vicinity is Sophie Hedone. And here's Gellig, far sideline, fighting Allie Brown. Excuse me, fighting Grace Gildowski, that is. Now Sims tries to send that ahead. Batzner's right there to block it. Now a header ahead from Gasell. Only player back is Turnus, and she's just going to fire this one to her goalie. The burner now a kick ahead. Here's Kolpitke, near sideline. A little over 10 minutes passed here in the first half. River Forest women's soccer action today. Marian taking on the Cougars. Homecoming weekend here at CUC. Big football game at 2:15 as the Cougars take on the Regions. And that one hit Gellig on its way down as she takes a second to collect herself. A free kick coming up here for Marian. Maybe a chance to get something started. One sent over, but a header from Shelby Sims stops any forward momentum. Now Katana Watson fighting for the ball. Allie Brown tried to help her out, but not before Marian's able to escape the pressure. Here's Kolpitke on Fernandez. Instead, it's sent ahead to Allie Brown, but she sends it right back to Kolpitke. Now she's pressured by Paulson, sends it to Welk. Sims tries to get it moving the other way, but Welk is right there with other plans. And this one's sent ahead. This one's centered. But Allie Brown coming in makes a defensive play on Hertel. Got a little physical between the two. No call made. Marian throw in. This one blocked by a couple bodies. Cougars still fighting for it. Fernandez just launches this one out of bounds towards the Cougars bench. Gives her defense a little time to settle. Here goes Kolpitke. She's got an open wing. Fernandez is rushing to meet her. tries to center this, and tying up Gellig is Shelton. Kolpicki stops that though, and now Lucia Falone sends this one out of bounds. Throw in for Marian. Here's well guarded by Falone. That one out of bounds. Last touch Sabres. Throw in Valeria Fernandez to Jordan Gassel. Sends it right back to Fernandez. Tries to move this one downfield. A lot of arc on it.
Go to goalie. It's goal.
And now making its way all the way back to Burner is the ball. Cougars Sabres fight for it at mid-pitch. This one sent down far sideline, and then protecting the ball as it went out was Hedone. So Sabre possession coming up here. Throw in trickles. It finds its way to the Cougars. Is there a substitution for the Sabres? Caitlin Traver, freshman midfielder out of Plainfield, Illinois, in the game now. This one sent towards the box. Now it's a header. Marian picks up on it, though. And here comes Hannah Bowers playing up. Ooh, and a trip there from Allie Brown is going to result in a free kick for the Sabres. Now it's Traver. There's Hertel. Now Traver in the corner and poked out of bounds by Fernandez. Marian maintains possession. Here goes Traver. Centers it. It still goes through all the bodies in the box. Megan Shelton tried to get ahead on it. She missed on that one, and then no one else was able to get a piece of the ball, so it made its way all to the far sideline of the field, and now it's up middle pitch. This one's going to come all the way down and out. So goal kick coming up for Cassie Salenzi. Lindsay's kick bounces over some players. Headed there by Sims as she kicks it down. And Lucia Falone tries to pass it ahead for Watson. Stopped there by a black jersey. And now all the way down to Burner in net. Burner. Ooh, good play there by Allie Brown. She sets up Jordan Gosell. Gosell tries to get it back to Brown. Brown might have something. She puts this one wide right of the net. So good little give and go action there between Gosell and Brown. Results in just a shot. Goal kick here from Burner. Little pass to Schnell.
Go, go, follow.
Now here goes Paulson putting the pressure on Turnus, and Burner comes up, scoops up the ball.
Go to ball.
Schnell gets it ahead for Travers. She's going to have to beat it to the sideline, and coming in and pushing it out is Shelton. Gelligan Fernandez fighting for it. It goes out of bounds. Now throw in from Traver. Picking up the throw in is Megan Shelton. She kicks this one down far ahead. It's going to go all the way to Burner.
Handball. That's a yellow, ref. It's automatic.
Now we get a whistle blown. It looks like Burner might have thrown the ball outside of the box. Which you can't do, which means we're going to get pristine scoring chance here for the Cougars. Their first of the night, of the afternoon, excuse me. Megan Shelton in front of the ball right now. Marian's wall of 4 players going to take a couple steps back, basically on the football end zone line. And a little behind it.
Follow up.
So Shelton waits for the ref to finalize things. Whistle blown, Shelton a shot. And it is up high. So good scoring chance from the Cougars. Goes above the net. And then we'll get a goal kick from Abby Burner. Burner's costly mistake results in no harm for the Sabres. Now a header from Falone. Shelton tries to get it ahead. Travers right there. Now it's Gellig. Batsner able to get around Bowers. Now here's Megan Wilkinson McQuay, just entered the game. Another one of the Cougar captains. And that's going to result in a free kick here for the Cougars. Megan Shelton. Traver.
Now.
Here's Brown. Oh, and Brown gets bodied to the ground. So free kick coming up for the Cougars. Megan Shelton start things off here again. Ball at the 20-yard line. Shelton's shot curving into the hands of Burner. No play there for the Cougars offense. Ludowski tried to head that back towards the Sabres half, and Sabre right there to head it back towards the Cougars. So Lindsay picks it up now.
Go, go, let's go.
Throw in for Fernandez.
That was all ball.
Free kick from Schnell, and it's headed towards the near corner on the Cougars side and kicked out of bounds by Fernandez. Throw in Traver. Now whistle blown. Cougars possession here. Free kick for Megan Shelton. Fighting for it is Flown. Comes away with it for a second. Keeping it in bounds is Wilkinson McQuaid. Number 5 in white. Gets it ahead for Allie Brown. Cougars got some speed, but right there to stop any chances. Ashley Turnus. And Lucia Flown works with it. Guarded by Welk. Sends it ahead to Brown. Brown's going to center this for Gosell. Gosell to Falone. Falone sends that across the field. And now Jamie Siebert going to race for it. Recently entered the game for CUC. Leaves that for Brown, who sends that wide right and out. Goal kick coming up for Burner. Siebert, far sideline. Centers it ahead for Brown, but Sabres get it there. Here goes Falona shot. That was going wide left, but coming out to make the grab is Burner. She gets her team going in transition. Here's Traver ahead for number 3. Brianna Gellig. Now Shelton boots this one out of bounds. Falone. Welk fight for it. Last touch called on Falone. Now Traver with the throw in. This one off the shoulder. Number 36, Naomi Nybor. Traver back for the throw in. Tries to find Nybor again. It's an overthrow. Fernandez now lets this one roll out for the goal kick. 18-10 left here in the first half of today's game. Still no score between the Sabres and the Cougars. You're watching the Cougar Sports Network. I'd like to remind fans you can find updates on all CUC athletics at our website, cucougars.com. All you gotta do is go to the website, click on sports, and you can find information on any team here on campus, like the women's soccer team. Find stats, schedules, rosters, social medias, and more. Once again, that's cucougars.com. Now that kick off the chest of Brown. Sabres collect the rebound. Now Brown kicks it ahead to no one. It's going out of bounds. Frias is just going to watch it roll out. Marian has possession again. Now physical fight here for the ball. Now coming ahead is Schnell. Kicked it back towards her by Bowers. Now Brown and Nybor going at it. And we'll get a free kick here in favor of the Cougars. Shelton has done it a couple of times already today. Sets up for the free kick. An absolute rocket downfield. Booted back towards the Cougar side by Turnus. And here comes Marian with some speed, sent ahead for Nybor. He's going to get there first. It's Valeria Fernandez. And lets this one fly out of bounds. Crias a throw in. Now the Cougars going downfield, far sideline. Jamie Siebert got some speed. She's got Gosell up the middle. Sent it too far ahead. Sabres pick it up. Sabres now far sideline on the Cougars' half of things. Bowers defense causes a turnover to Shelby Sims, but she gives it right back to Sabres. Now this one. Deep into Marian's own third, all the way back to Burner before she sent it ahead. Less than 15 minutes to go here in the first 45. Both teams still looking for the first goal of the night. Each has one shot on goal. Each goalie has one save so far. There goes Burner, moves it ahead. Schnell. Schnell launches this ahead. Traver, she might get there first. Salenzi's going to come all the way out and scoops it up just in time. Good heads-up play there from Cassie Salenzi in net. Traver was probably going to win that foot race out of her and all the Cougar players on her back. So Salenzi makes the aggressive move, comes up, grabs the ball, and prevents any of that from happening. Throw in here for Marian. Free kick coming up here for the Cougars. Megan Shelton kick things off. Fight for the ball, Sabres side of the pitch, far sideline. Team's working that far sideline a lot so far in today's matchup. And a little bit of a push there from Lucia Falone results in a free kick for Marian.
Go, turn around.
This one just passed ahead. Carrying it up now is Turnus. Try to send it towards the box. Cougars right there to send it back. And now Wilkinson McQuaid fighting Traver for it. Sends that into no man's land where Marian can pick it up. Only for a little bit, though, as now here goes Jamie Siebert. She's got some speed in her game. She's got to get around Larson.
Keep going.
She kicks this ahead and almost trickled to Jordan Gasell. Sabre defender right there to get it going the other way. Now Shelby Sims. Hannah Bowers. And here goes Jamie Siebert again, far sideline, just past the Marian bench. Trying to figure out how to center this one past her defender, Turnus. She gets it to Brown a little ways back, and now out of bounds. Grace Skladowski was almost there, but not quite.
Now in for the Cougars, number 4, Brittany Chancellor, number 10, Manny Loza.
So Brittany Chancellor, Medi Loza in now for the Cougars.
Penalty.
And a penalty called here on Marian. This is going to be a penalty kick now for the Cougars. Medi Loza just entered the game. So Cougars, a chance to take a lead. 10:36 left to go in the first. It's Loza versus Burner. Burner, one save on the day. So this will be the toughest one she's faced so far. Loza set the kick, and it's in the back of the net. Medi Loza gives the Cougars the 1-0 lead. Goal number 3 on the year for the sophomore. And after the successful penalty kick, the Cougars lead 1-0, 10:35 left to go here in the first half. The way the Cougars goalies have been playing as of late, a 1-goal lead might be enough. Their last 3 games, the Cougar goalies have played in 2 shutouts. Both of those were wins, 5-0 against Lakeland. Last time they were here in River Forest, back on September 28th, and then their latest win this past Wednesday at Rockford was a final of 2-0. So Cougar goalies playing some good soccer as of late. I'm sure they'd appreciate a little more offensive support, as we're just about at the 35-minute mark of the game. Clock shows 10 minutes left in the half now. Goal kick coming up for Cassie Salenzi. A free kick was done by Megan Shelton.
Get it up.
Ellie Brown boots it ahead. This one's just going to be kicked back to Burner. She's going to come out and kick it ahead now. To Hedon.
Get it up.
Penalty foul called here on Allie Brown. Ball moving back towards Marian's own third, and here's Schnell. Schnell ahead, stopped by the right foot of Wilkinson McQuaid. Brown flips it to McQuaid. Wilkinson McQuaid, she's moving up the near sideline now, guarded by Schnell. Puts the moves on her, still has control of it right now, and she passes it back to Fernandez. That went a little much for Fernandez to handle. So Cougars still get possession at the end of the day. Last touch by Marian before it traveled out of bounds.
Now in for the Cougars, number 9, Pamela Salvivar.
Pamela Saldivar
Number
checks in
17,
for the
Malika
Cougars,
Kenworthy.
and Melika Kenworthy does as well. Here's Loza to Wilkinson McQuaid in the corner, and she's going to send this one out of bounds. Goal kick here for Burner. Now Traver misses her right foot, and it's going to trickle out of bounds. Throw in here by Valeria Fernandez. Another throw in coming here for the Cougars. Fernandez. Fernandez sends it towards the middle, but goes by all the bodies in the vicinity and rolls out of bounds. We're unable to see it on the current angle of the camera, but Rockford's football team rolling up to CUC right now, getting ready for their 2:15 showdown with the Cougars. Big homecoming football game. Coverage can be found at CU Cougars as well as our YouTube channel, CUC Sports, where you can find all kinds of neat content like the stream, like all our game streams, as well as stuff like interviews. And now for just $5 a month, you can become a member of the page. Get exclusive access to content as well as the ability to participate in chats during our live streams. Once again, that's just $5 a month. All you got to do is click the join button. But if you don't want to join right now, you can still donate to the CUC Athletic Communications Department by clicking the thank button on any video. But no matter what you do, just know that we very much appreciate your support. Kickoff here, sent across the field to Schnell. Now Welk, pressured by Saldivar. Welk sends this ahead. Now Bowers comes up to clear that one away from number 11, Lillian Hedone. Now Sophie Hedone fights with Allie Brown. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by the team in black, which means Cougar throw in. Throw in. Now this one sent towards the box, headed out of there by a Sabres defender. That is Ashley Turnus. Now Cougars watch this one roll out. Stay Cougars possession. Almost turned into a corner kick, but it'll just be a throw in. That's Hannah Bowers. The throw in to Loza is stopped there. Another throw in. Loza fighting the defender for it. Loza comes away with it, tries to put it towards the net. Blocked by a couple Sabres, and Burner comes out, makes the grab. Looks like there's some contact between her and Wilkinson McQuaid, and that's going to give Wilkinson McQuaid a yellow card.
Hand going outside delivery with the goal is not a yellow.
So a little too much contact between Wilkinson McQuaid and Burner.
When the goalie comes out and deliberately handles the ball past the yellow line, that's not a yellow. Which is a strict rule in soccer. There's no, you can't say that's a judgment. Wait, no hands.
So So Lindsay waits about as long as she could before she picks that one up.
Well, at least it's all half. You know what I mean? Not like you wouldn't do that. It's like half. We don't have
Flight for it, middle of the pitch, and tripped is Brown.
Yellow card off Concordia's number 5, Megan Wilkinson.
Shoot it!
And now Wilkinson McQuaid puts this one on net, or at least tries to. Turnus is right there. That's sent out of bounds. Possession awarded to the Cougars.
Clear.
Now, Malika Kenworthy. And good work there by the Cougars defense to force a turnover, and not able to do much with it as it heads all the way back to Sophie Hedone. Now it's Abby Larson ahead. Brittany Chancellor racing for it. This was a saber, but neither of them able to get to it before it rolls out of bounds. Hannah Bowers, the throw in. Brittany Chancellor trying to get control of it, but it goes out of bounds off her foot, results in Cougar turnover.
1 minute
Now
remaining.
this one sent on net right into the trap of Salenzi. As we are officially less than 1 minute away from the end of the first half. Cougars have the 1-0 lead off the penalty kick goal from Medi Loza.
Get it up!
So we got to our 1-0 score as Sabre is trying to change that before halftime. Here goes Welk, guarded by Fernandez. Welk tries to pull back, and
Get the ball!
ball still loose. Picked up now by Lillian Hedone. She's going to center it, but blocked out of bounds is it by Fernandez. 15 seconds to go here in first half. Corner kick for Marian. They got about 10 seconds to get something going here. This one sent towards the middle, and it almost finds its way to net. Cougars defenders make sure that's a no-go, and that'll do it for the first half here in River Forest. So the Cougars, they're up on Marian 1-0 after the Medi Loza penalty kick goal. And that is where we're at right now. So we're going to take a break up here in the booth as the teams do on the field. And we'll be back in about 15 minutes to resume second half action here in River Forest.
Concordia University Chicago is a Christ-centered Lutheran university where truth, freedom, and vocation form students for lives of influence and service for the common good. Our university offers a wide variety of undergraduate and graduate degree options that are available in person and online. That means we have a program designed for you. Whether you're a high school student, an adult returning to complete your degree, or someone looking to enhance your credentials and prepare for career growth. As a member of this university community, you'll also find support in your spiritual and personal life so you can grow in the faith and discover ways to serve others. To start your next journey with us, visit cuchicago.edu today.
Back here in River Forest, just over 40 seconds away from the start of the second half between the Concordia University Chicago Cougars and the Sabres of Marian University. Cougars up 1-0 off the Medi Loza penalty kick goal in the first half. Only score of today's matchup. We look at some of the other statistics, though. Cassie Salenzi, Cougars goal keep, 2 saves on the day. That's perfect to keep the shutout going through 45. Meanwhile, for Marian, Amy Berner, 2 saves and the 1 goal allowed. Some of the notable offensive performances other than Loza's goal. Brianna Gielig has a shot on goal, as does Savannah Stroney for Marian. Meanwhile, Hannah Bowers has a shot on goal. Megan Shelton does. Then, of course, Medi Loza's 1 shot on goal found its way into the back of the net for our lone score of today's game. So the teams, they make their way to the field. Cougars break up their last huddle. The Cougars will now be traveling left to right on your screen, with the Sabres going right to left. So the music dies down, and we're off underway here in second half action, as this one the kick right off the turning shoulder of Batzner. Now Wilkinson McQuaid fights for it on the near sideline. Got double teamed there, but she's tripped up, so possession stays with the Cougs. After today's matchup, Cougars will be at home once again this upcoming Wednesday for a date with Alverno College. It's a 1 p.m. start time, as that day's a doubleheader. The men's team in action too. Here in River Forest is this one. Weekly hit towards net. No problems there for Cassie Salenzi. Picked up out of bounds now by Hedone. Batted around a couple of times on the Cougars' half. Still flying around on the Cougars' half of the pitch. Now going for it is Abby Larson. Larson sends this one towards the net, and Salenzi got her hands on it, and she's down now. She got her hands on it, and she was bumped into. Now Salenzi down on the ground. So the clock stops. We're going to get a trainer out on the field. So while CUC athletic trainers attend to Cassie Salenzi, we're going to take a break up here in the booth. Cougars up on the Sabres 1-0. So Cassie Salenzi back up on her feet. All seems to be well with the senior goalkeeper for the Cougars. Just took a hard hit after grabbing the ball out of the air. Now the kick from Megan Shelton rolls out of bounds. Sophie Hedon to throw it in. Header there from Batzner. A high ball headed backwards by Falone, and now Marian coming the other way. Here goes Welk, leaves it for her teammate. This one a shot, but it hits Fernandez. They're going to say a handball. Fernandez threw her arm up. Looks like what the ball hit. So penalty kick coming up here for Marian. Prime scoring chance for Ashley Welk. Ashley Welk, leading goal scorer for Marian coming into today. 6 goals on the year. No penalty kicks so far on the season. So this will be attempt number 1. And the shot, and it's in the back of the net. The penalty kick from Ashley Welk finds its way in. And we are tied at 1 apiece now.
Saber goal scored by number 22, Ashley Welk.
So 2 penalty kicks in the game. Both of them were scored. One from the Cougars, one from the Sabres. And that's how we're tied up at 1 apiece now. Cougars have yet to win a game this year when the other opponent has scored, as Allie Brown puts this one on net, and Berner has no problem reading that one. Cougars' only 2 wins on the year, 5-0 against Lakeland and then 2-0 against Rockford. Is Marian a little bit more juice coming out of the halftime break. Here goes Welk again. She puts this one up through the uprights. It's a good field goal. Doesn't count for anything here in soccer, but maybe we'll see a couple of those in just a couple hours when the Cougar football team takes on the Rockford University football team on the homecoming game. A weekend full of athletics here at CUC. Women's volleyball kicked off the weekend last night. A thrilling 3-2 5-set victory over Marian University. Medi Loza was putting the moves on Turnus there. Then women's tennis in action here in River Forest as this one is centered. It's going to go past everyone though, and now kicked out of bounds by Welk. Women's tennis celebrating senior day. Playing Alverno today. We'll get a score update in just a second.
Corner kick, CUC.
And we'll get a corner kick now for CUC. So we'll see how this turns out first before checking up on women's tennis. Melika Kenworthy to kick things off here for the Cougars. Body's loaded up on the far side of the net from Kenworthy. Kenworthy's kick, centered, headed away, and Loza almost had a shot at it. It bounced off her body a little too far in front of her to get a foot on it. Now going all the way out of bounds towards middle of the pitch is the ball. Cougars back on the attack. Women's tennis team here at CUC up 7-0 on Alverno. Berner collects this one. Doubles wins by Heidi Hesse, Kamla Giza, Jessica Parker, and Allie Wingood, Madison Perkins, and Mackenzie Strawlin. Meanwhile, Heidi Hesse, Allie Wingood, and Mackenzie Strawlin, as well as Alexa Hoover, also picked up singles win. So, women's tennis doing good work here in River Forest as this one is rolling ahead right to Cassie Salenzi. Stops any threat of offense. And then besides women's tennis and women's soccer, women's volleyball in action again. They started just about 15 minutes ago in Geisman Gymnasium. taking on the Green Knights of St. Norbert College. CC fights for the ball in the box. That's Medi Loza. Loza trying to put the moves on Turnus. Tries to center this or put it towards net. Neither of those happen as it goes out of bounds. Goal kick coming up for Burner. Set one between the Cougars and Green Knights in Geisman. St. Norbert currently up 13-8 on the Cougars women's volleyball team. Then, as I've mentioned a couple times, football game 2:15, CUC and Rockford, and the weekend concludes tomorrow when the men's soccer team takes on Marian's men's soccer team. Is a big hit there from Falone. A free kick coming up for Marian. Men's soccer team taking on Marian tomorrow. And that will have a start time of 2 p.m. Coverage for all of these games can be found at our website, cucougars.com. Can also find stuff like stats, schedules, rosters, and more. Once again, that's cucougars.com. Marian on the attack here, trying to build off the momentum from their penalty kick goal, which tied things up at 1, though. Nice play there by Jamie Siebert, goes nowhere. And this one's still in play, but slowly rolling out of bounds. Oh, and a big hit there. No call made. Jordan Gazelle getting physical for the ball, and this one out of bounds off the Marian foot right in front of her own bench.
Make a play, let's go.
Megan Shelton comes all the way down to start with the kick. Went towards the box, headed away by Sabres, though, and Falone tried to head that one back towards the net, and it goes right to the feet of Welk. Goal scorer for Marian today off the penalty kick, and she works up the near sideline now. Welk tries to put it ahead. Malika Kenworthy right there with other plans, and now this header is going to go out of bounds, almost saved by Creus. Instead of throwing now from Hannah Bauer. And a high kick there from Creus also goes out of bounds. Now ducking under that one is Loza. She picks up on it now. Loza centers it. Oh, and just missing the header is Jamie Siebert. That one was looking pretty good, and the ball centered to Siebert, who was moving towards the net, but just over the top of her head. Nice play there from Burner. She gets set to kick things off. Cougars with it on the far sideline now. Plenty of Marian fans as well as Cougar fans in the attendance today. Men's soccer team cheering on their women counterparts, as is the football team, before they start warm-ups for today's game. Cougars athletics love supporting each other, especially on big weekends like homecoming weekend. All the fall sports in action here at CUC. Now this one gonna bounce. Burner plays it well, gets under it. Now Burner hurls this one to Creasus. Oh, and a good big collision there. Creasus and Falone. Both of them look unfazed. Ball went out of bounds off the Cougars' last throw in here for Hedone. Oh, flipped ahead by Sims. Now Hedone. Team still fighting for it. Sent ahead by Batzner. Fernandez kicks this one out of bounds. Corner kick coming up for Marian. They load up in front of the net. Kick is off. This one booted towards the net, but goes wide right off a Cougar, so we'll get another corner kick coming up. This one towards the center, a header, and now a kick right into the hands of Salenzi. Good read there by the senior goalkeeper for CUC. Stood her ground, stuck her hands up, and knocked it down. And we remain tied at 1. Now a chance here. Here goes Batzner. Pulls back. Guarded by Kenworthy. And a good slide there from Falone. Knocks it out of bounds before Gielig had a shot at it. And now a chance there. Good defensive play from Shelby Sims. Breaks up any opportunity. Marian's getting their chances now. Cougars got to be careful as the Sabres got some momentum here. Offensively, Batzner. Now Megan Shelton to go sell. The Cougars going to try to finally clear this one out of their own half. And they do for a little bit, but that one goes right to Turnus. Turnus ahead to number 18, Stroney. Stroney now tries to put the moves on Fernandez. Almost gets around her. She nutmegs her, puts it through her legs. And now Allie Brown's just going to kick this one out. Cougars defense going to get a chance to reset here after a bit of a flurry of chances from Marian.
Get it out.
Giselle fighting for the ball, and she's going to kick that one out of bounds. Substitution coming in. Malka Kenworthy coming out. Grace Gladowski replacing her.
Now in for the Cougars, number 8, Grace Gladowski.
A couple of players end on the ground. Foul called on Marian. Megan Chilton making her way up for the kick. Chilton's kick towards the net and way up. Too much arc on that one will result in the goal kick for Burner. And Falone fights for it. It rolls out of bounds. Off the Cougars' last goal kick now for Marian.
Go away, go away.
Now at mid-pitch. Gielig left it off for a teammate. Now it's Stroney. Ooh, and a big collision there. Falone and Welk. Welk sends this ahead, but a good play by Hannah Bauer is cleared out of the middle. Ooh, and another big collision there. Katana Watson and Kolpitke going at it on the far sideline. Falone and Welk now. Welk comes away with it. Welk tries to put it in the middle and looked like Batzner got a foot on it, but not really anything solid as that one trickles out of bounds. We're going to redo the corner kick here. Team set up. This one sent towards the net and a header away. Jordan Gassell got a piece of it. Welk tried to put that on net. Now here's an attempt from Larson. Goes nowhere, and now ball bouncing around between a couple of players. This one sent on net, and Salenzi's right there. I think it hit the side of the net as well.
Go! Keep going!
Cougars now on the move. Jamie Siebert sends it ahead for Paulson, but Marian is there first. Now this one trickling towards the far sideline.
Now in for the Cougars, number 31, Jamie Siebert.
Throw in from Fernandez. Turnus racing for it out of bounds with Paulson. Last touch on Marian. Another throw in here from Fernandez.
Now in for the Sabres, number 5, Sarah Day. Number 23, Natalie Desjarnes. Number 26, Caitlin Traver.
Corner, let's go!
Corner kick, CUC.
And now CUC corner kick. Shelby Sims going down to start things off. The teams load up in front of the net.
Come on, let's get a header.
This one, Cougar got a head on it before Saber's able to kick it out. Now, Glodowski tried to send it back towards the net. Marian's right there. A header ahead. Here's number 5, Sarah Day, seeing her first action of the game. Throw in. It's a couple of bodies for rolling out. Marian possession. Possession awarded to the Cougars. Get a throw in here from Fernandez. Gets her team underway. Gassell receives it. So fighting well. Gassell ends up on the ground. Possession stays with the Cougars because of it. Kick off from Shelton is headed away from the net by Marian. And Hannah Bowers comes up to pick the pocket of Batsner before she's knocked down. Cougars ball.
Come on, pal. Hey, that was a great call.
The ball set on the 35-yard line. Shelton puts the arm up, the kick. This one towards the net, and Berner makes the clean grab. Berner's going to put this one ahead for Croesus. Now a chance here, and Shelton's just going to protect the ball as it rolls to Salenzi. And Jamie Siebert playing on Turnus, who gave it to Berner. Now Welk. Offside called on the Cougars. Black ball here. Ball off Marian before it goes out. Cougar ball going the other way. Under 20 minutes to go here in River Forest. Good time for a reminder that in regulation there is no more overtime. So the score at the end of 90 is the final score of the day, whether it be a tie or not. Goal kick coming up for the Cougars. So these teams got about 19 minutes and 20 seconds to figure things out, or they're both walking away with a tie on the year, another tie on the season. Siebert fighting Turnus for the ball. Now Gassell centers it. Siebert got another piece on it, and that one just goes wide left. Allie Brown on the follow-up. Almost gave the Cougars the lead back, couple feet off. Siebert did a great job adding a little extra oomph to that center from Gassell, and Berner couldn't handle the rebound, and then Brown missed the net wide left. Now Marian comes the other way. Here comes Welk, sends it up ahead. Batzner in the middle. Great break up there by Glodowski. Allie Brown now to Falone. Falone's going to send this one towards the Cougar head in the middle of the pitch. Now Turnus and Gassell fight for it before Marian's able to get control of it. Not for long, though. Here's Hannah Bowers. Shelby Sims across to Lucia Falone. Falone and Welk. Sims tried to get it ahead to Siebert. Right there is Traver.
In for the Sabres, number 19, Abby Larson.
Abby Larson back in for the Sabres now. Now Sabres coming the other way. Sent ahead. Goes through a couple players, and it's going to roll on its way to Salenzi. Glodowski makes sure it gets there. Sims tried to send that down, but launched that into the backside of Natalie Desjardins. Ball on the far sideline. Throw in here for Marian.
Go, Allie!
Now Allie Brown leaves it for Siebert, but getting there first is Schnell and just kicking it out of bounds.
In for the Sabres now, number 3, Brianna Geeling.
Burner. Left 4 defenders. Here goes Edone. Sent ahead now for Stroney. And kicked out by Glodowski. Now this one kicked towards net. Just a soft topper for Salenzi to grab.
In for the Sabres, number 18, Savannah Stroney.
Out of bounds. Bouncing over the line of bags for the Sabres. Throw in from Sims. Now here's Shelton. Shelton. And past a splitting Schnell. Tried to pull out the acrobatics to stop that one unsuccessfully. Still ends up rolling out of bounds off the Cougars' kick, so Marian throw in here.
Follow.
Now, some speed here from
Good recovery.
Stroney. Excuse me, no, that's
Big.
Larson.
There you go. Good play. Go. That's good. It's good. It's good. Come on.
Larson to the middle, Schnell. And here's a shot, and Salenzi handles it, the low shot, able to get her hands down there.
Go now. Follow.
Kicked back by Edone. Everyone's figuring out where the placement of the ball will be, as we also get a substitution. Jamie Seabird out for the Cougars. Coming in is number 10, Medi Loza, as the throw-in happens from Marian. Headed back out of bounds by the Cougars, so Marian gets another crack at it. Throwing it in is number 5, Sarah Day. Now she's going to look to Desjardins. Back to Day. Day now a kick towards the middle. Fight for it there. Goes out of bounds. Last touch Cougars. And then you can Shelton in the vicinity for defense. Out of bounds off of Fernandez. Here's Welk, lone goal scorer today for Marian. Her penalty kick here in the second half tied things up at 1 apiece. After Medi Loza's penalty kick goal in the first half gave the Cougars the 1-0 lead.
Now in for the Cougars, number 5, Megan Wilkinson-McQuaid.
Wilkinson-McQuaid also in for the Cougars now. He's got a couple goals on the year.
Also in for the Cougars, number 10, Medi Loza.
And here goes Gosell. Jordan Gosell, some fancy footwork to grab the ball. Puts it ahead. And Shelby Sims is right there. Tries to put it ahead for Wilkinson-McQuaid, but good defensive effort there for Marian to make sure that didn't even come close to happening. And now here's Welk ahead. Batzner wasn't able to get it under control. Rolls out the back of the field and results in the goal kick for Salenzi. Fight for it in the middle of the pitch. Sent back down towards the Cougars' final third. It's rolling, and Shelton's going to clear that one out of bounds. Corner kick coming up here for Marian.
Corner kick, Marian.
Just about 8 minutes to go here in River Forest. Teams tied up 1-1 on today's homecoming match. As this one sent towards the net, a header away, and still in front of the box. Now given some room, and now here's Stroney, Batzner. And now Welk, a shot up and good through the uprights. No goal, however. So it'll be a goal kick for Cassie Salenzi, but she's going to let Megan Shelton take care of it.
In for the Cougars, number 17, Melika Kenworthy. Number 21, Julia Paulson.
Melika Kenworthy, Juliana Paulson back in for the Cougars. Up the near sideline. Stroney has some difficulty with it, so she's going to dump this one back to Turnus.
Keep going.
Burner, ooh, and almost gained a piece of that was Medi Loza. Burner got that off just in time. Marian on the attack. This one booted ahead. Now kicked towards the scorer's table at field level and out of bounds. Day the throw in. Here's Schnell. Schnell sends this one down the far sideline, headed back by Fernandez. Day tries to get a piece of it. It goes out of bounds. Marian possession still. Here goes Welk. Day now. Marian fighting for it.
One more.
And Allie Brown up near sideline. Wilkinson McQuaid on Stroney. Stroney, a good stop there. Now she puts the brakes on Wilkinson McQuaid, giving herself some room to operate as the ball's moving backwards now for Marian. Good pursuit by Medi Loza. These teams know how much time is left on the clock. 5 minutes, 20 seconds left to go here in the second half. So teams are playing a little bit more pressure defensively, trying to get that turnover. As Fernandez kicks this one. Paulson trying her best to keep it in, and she does. Now she's moving up the far sideline, dangling it on the out-of-bounds line. And now Wilkinson McQuaid races for it with Stroney. Stroney kicks it out. And she says it was off Wilkinson McQuaid. Refs agree. Grodowski. Ooh, and that hit. Larson got a piece of that before kicking it up in her own face. She's checking her nose. Seems to be okay as Grodowski the throw in now. Loza falling over but still getting it forward with Stroney, but Lucia Falone's right there. Puts on the footwork. Almost gets away with it, and here's Larson. And Loza a shot right to Burner. Sadowski clears that one back. Less than 3.5 minutes to go. If neither of these teams score, we will end today's match with a tie at the end of regulation. At the end of the game, there's no overtime anymore, so regulation is just the entire game. After that rule change, overtime does come back in the postseason, however. 2 10-minute periods, if I'm not mistaken. Fully played out, no golden goal rule. So if a team has a lead at the end of those 20 minutes, they walk away victorious. If no one has scored yet, then you go to a shootout-style kickoff as Fernandez is down on the ground. She's struggling to get up. She took one to the shin. The refs move in to check on her. They're signaling the athletic trainers to stay as Fernandez back up on her feet. Marian throw in right around the 20-yard line on the Cougars' half of the pitch. And now a chance and a save there by Salenzi. Marian almost came away with a late game goal to take the lead. Instead, we're still tied up at 1 apiece. And here's Medi Loza moving up the field. Cougars looking for some magic in the last 2 minutes of today's game. Ellie Brown ties up the ball with Turnus. Now chasing it down is number 19, Abby Larson. And now here's a chance here, Medi Loza. She's going to put this one on net, but a good block there. Now this one will find its way to net, but easily scooped up by Burner. 1:30 left here in River Forest. Ooh, and one of these teams find the game winner. That is the question as the clock is quickly ticking down.
This hand clear.
Schnell now. Ball tied up by Malika Kenworthy. Now a header from Shelton. 1 minute remaining. The kick from Day. It's going to go to the net, and Salenzi's right there. Salenzi a kick. Cougars got to get something going as they're still on their half of the pitch. But here goes Welk. Almost put the moves on, but Megan Shelton able to stop it and now kicked out of bounds.
Let's cover and clear. Let's go.
Less than 30 on the clock. This one's going all the way out.
No, nothing. No. Take it. Let's take the time. No.
Ten seconds to go. Shelton
7, 6, 5.
is just going to hold. No kick coming.
2, 1.
And so that will do it for today's game. Marian Cougars walk away with a 1-1 tie off of 2 penalty kick goals. Medi Loza scored hers for the Cougars back in the first half, and then Ashley Welk added goal number 7 on her penalty kick attempt here in the second half. Only 2 scores of the day. 2 goalies really shining. Amy Burner, 8 saves. Cassie Salenzi matched Burner in that department with 8 of her own. Some of the other noticeable statistics, Brianna Gielig, 4 shots on goal. None of them found their way in. And then Cougars had a trio of players with 2 shots on goal. Allie Brown, Megan Shelton were scoreless off of theirs. And then Medi Loza, 2 shots on goal. Scored the lone goal for the Cougars. So that'll do it for the women's soccer game here in River Forest. Want to say a big thank you to everyone making this production possible. Janie Turnus here in the booth with me on double duty, working production and camera. Kate Bennis down at the field, keeping track of substitutions. Chandler Kerr and Carter Gledhill in the other booth, working stats and spotting and PA under the direction of Sydney Palaskis-Lahert, Kayla McLeod, and CJ Selner. This is Peter Borkowski signing off of the Cougars Sports Network. Cougars tie Marian 1-1. And I'm wanting to say, as always, go Cougars.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's Concordia University Chicago Cougars Athletics broadcast. We hope to see you on campus very soon. If you would like to learn more about what Concordia Chicago has to offer, go to cuchicago.edu.